What are you cooking today, Miss Martha? It's fish, 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 more fish. Because once you hit 4th of July here at the beach, it's up in the high 90s and the 100 degrees. It's too hot to make a big old pot of soup or a big old pan of casserole dish of lasagna. Because my husband's an electrician, he's worked out in the heat and construction all day. When he comes in, if you got to eat something hot and heavy like that, your body's trying to digest it and trying to cool off from being out in the heat anyway, and the food's heating you back up more trying to digest it, that process, you can't sleep. And that's not good for you. So it's better to eat something light on hot summer days, which, you know, that's common sense. However, we're using fish. I've got 4 or 5 different kinds of fish here. If I was entertaining and I had special guests from out of town, because I live at the beach, I would have gone down to Bubba's on the Bay, right over there at Lesnar Bridge, and I would have got fresh, right off the boat, fresh caught fish. However, it takes 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to stand in line, 20 minutes to drive back home in the heat, and frozen fish is just fine. It just does. I got Mahi-Mahi, grouper, snapper, orange Roughy. The morning, for dinner for the night before, I'll take out 2 pieces of the fish. I'll put them on a paper plate. I'll set them aside over there and let them thaw out. And I'll go ahead and enjoy my day with whatever I have to do, whether I'm painting or playing with the chihuahuas, whatever, or if I'm going to go outside and do walking around the block and do a little exercise. But when it's come time to cook dinner, the first thing you don't have to cook is, because the fish doesn't take that long at all, you got to get your sides ready because they take longer. I've got sweet potato and Idaho potato. You're going to rinse those off, whichever one you choose. Poke holes in it with a fork. Put it on a microwave safe paper plate. Nuke it on high. The sweet potato is bigger, so he's going to take 8 to 10 minutes. The Idaho potato is smaller. She's going to take about 7 to 8 minutes to cook. So once you've baked your potato, you're going to take them out of the microwave, set those aside, move over to the veg. I've got broccoli, or I've got asparagus. So whichever one I choose to cook that night, you're just going to put that on a plate. It's 5 minutes on high, no seasoning, nothing on it at that time. Take that outside, set that aside. So your sides are ready. They're just going to be dressed at the end. Now for the fish, I've got to mix up my breading. I've got an airtight container here. I'm going to mix that full of. I'm going to use this whole bag of coconut flour, this whole canister of the Italian breadcrumbs, 4 tablespoons of the lemon pepper seasoning, 3 tablespoons of the rosemary sage seasoning, and 1 teaspoon of Biscayne Bay. It's got lower sodium than the Old Bay seafood mix. Mix that all together. Keep that aside because we're only going to use 1/4 cup at a time when we're going to cook the fish at night. We're going to also mix the little dressing, the sauce for the fish. It's going to be, each night I'll make it fresh. It will be 1 tablespoon of the avocado mayo, 1/8 of a teaspoon of a lemon rosemary, 1/8 of a teaspoon of this, my husband loves this lemon pickle. And we'll just mix that all up together, right out the refrigerator, right when we're getting ready to eat, and we'll put that on top of the fish as the sauce for it. So those are the other ingredients here. Talking fast today, aren't we? For the fish, once we have rinsed it off, after it's thawed out and we're getting ready to eat, we're getting ready to serve, it's only going to take me 10 to 15 minutes to get the whole dinner ready. I've taken 5 minutes of that, so, and I've done the veg over here, or the potatoes and the veg, 5 minutes of that, 5 minutes of that, 10 minutes of the cooking time. That leaves me 5 minutes, about 15 minutes to get the fish ready. So take the fish, we've already thawed it out, we're going to rinse it off, pat it dry, put just a tinge, a little salt on it, not much. Shake, shake, that's all you need. And we're going to put the seasoning, the breadcrumb seasoning mix, the coating on a plate. We're going to take the fish, coat one side, turn it, flip it, coat the other side, heat up the skillet with our safflower oil, just about 6 tablespoons in the bottom of a large skillet. We're going to fry the fish on one side, flip it over, fry it on the other side. About 3 minutes per side, because all of these are boneless fillets, so they're not going to take very long to cook. You know your fish is done because it's sort of a translucent fish when it's raw, but then when it starts becoming more opaque to its natural color, whether it's going to be a pinkish or a white hue to it, you know it's ready. So once you brown the fish on one side, you fried it, flipped over, fried it on the other side, you can take that out, put that on the plate, put your little sauce on the side of it, a little dollop of your sauce on the side of it. You're going to heat back up your broccoli, put that on the plate, just a little drizzle of olive oil on it. You're going to heat back up your potato, 1 minute for each. And then you're going to put a little of the avocado plant-based butter on the potato. That's a nice healthy dinner. The fish are high in omega-3s, which are good for his knees when we go out and do our beach walks that we like to do. And the vegetables and the potatoes are high in potassium, And the vegetables themselves are higher in vitamin K, and both of those are good for your circulation. So that keeps you young. As you get older, you want to be more heart healthy. So it's way better to be eating something simple like this than eating a big old pan of lasagna, although I love cooking lasagna. So when we get back to the winter months and the cold of Novembers and Decembers, I'll go back to making those kind of meals. But for the rest of the summer, when it's 100 degrees outside, this is what the Ramirez house will be having for dinner. I hope you'll make it for yourself, and I hope you'll like and subscribe to Miss Martha Loves to Cook digital cookbook page. And my dogs, I hear them rustling around the front room. I gotta go play with the dogs because it's too hot to take them outside. They'll go out real quick, go to the bathroom, come back inside, and we're gonna have to play inside for them to get their exercise for the day. But I got my tank top on. As soon as I put this fish outside in the man cave, I'm not putting it in my brand new refrigerator. As soon as I put this outside in the man cave freezer and put the other stuff away until it's time to cook dinner, I'm gonna go hit the bricks and go walk a little bit out there. So thank you for watching. God bless, and be healthy. Stay hydrated.